Good morning, welcome to SlimChat. And I do apologise, I've been absent without leave for a while, but I have been ill and I still have the tail end of it. I don't know if you can hear the wheezing if I'm quiet. It never goes. In fact, it gets louder at times, but never goes away, which has been a mission trying to get off to sleep at night. But at least I can sleep now for some reason. I get quiet periods and I wake up and whoa, coughing fit from hell this morning. And I was thinking how, much better I felt yesterday and how it's on its way out, and then wake up and you think, oh, maybe not. But I'm well enough now. I can actually get on and do stuff. For quite a while I was just not able to even get off the sofa, and I had one whole day and a night in bed and slept, which it was amazing. At first I couldn't sleep, and then I couldn't stay awake, and then I was back to not being able to sleep. So it's like to do with level of consciousness, isn't it? If you've unless you're got a temperature and you're drowsy and you're asleep, then trying to sleep is difficult. But there comes a time when you're just like too ill and all you do is sleep. And then I think I spent a few sleepless nights where I'd slept too much, and that was catching up. So Pussycat had a couple of days off as well, didn't you, Kit Kat? So what we got on today? So we were on the subject of reproduction, weren't we? We're human. Oh my God, and they got that word again. The low nipple count may explain obsessive fixation on nipples by some human males in search of sex. Oh my God. We are a decent species and would never confuse the symbol of kitten feeding with sexual desire. But oh dear, humans. It is a bit true. When I had Paul, I thought, you know what? I kept getting nagged by the whole world. It seemed that way anyway. Breast is best. Oh, okay, give it a go. Oh, didn't work for me. Didn't work out with all the tablets I had to take, although they said they were all safe. Didn't work out. So I did not have a very good experience of it, but I felt it very difficult from going to thinking of them as milk bottles to then going on to think of them as objects of desire again. It kind of, my brain wouldn't really sort that out. Anyway, it was an awful experience, and I know that people have had fantastic experiences doing it, and some people can't actually do it, and some feel bad that they can't do it, and some glad that they can't do it. Well, I was never going to go anywhere near it again, and Mike didn't even get nowhere near, because I had such an awful experience. But I think, to be fair, it was probably due to the Molotov cocktail of drugs that I had to take after I was had Paul. I had 3 separate infections, so I had 3 separate antibiotics. I know, go figure that. And some were like 4 times a day, and some were 3 times a day. I had lost a lot of blood, so nasty subject, I know, but I ended up on iron tablets 3 times a day. And then I had painkillers because of the infection, and I had them every 4 hours. And there were others. What else was I had? Iron tablets. I can't remember, but there were loads. When the nurses, because I had to stay in, I had a cesarean. No, I mean forceps. Sorry, but I still had to stay in. When the nurses came round with the tablets, they usually bring them in one of those little pots, and they would give them to people. They would bring mine in a big kind of mug. What's the word? Beaker. And they'd rattle the beaker and go, dinner time. So they tried to tell me that all those tablets were safe. But poor little Paul had colic constantly until I stopped. And he would, when a baby really like that, hungry and they're looking for it, he would suck, spit. And he'd spit it all over me. And then I'd be leaking and tired. And so in the end I went, I'm not doing this anymore. Like you do. Anyway, I'm just going to pause it for a sec and blow this nose, and hopefully I can stop all this coughing and spluttering everywhere. Hang on. Well, I've got a red nose now. I had hidden it with some makeup, but it's back. So one of my famous sayings when anybody's like this is, oh, you need to suck a fisherman's friend. And I used to say that very tongue-in-cheek, but funny enough, where we've all been sort of passed this round to the family, Paul was saying, that's my oldest son, he was saying, oh, fisherman's friends. They always reminded him of Nanny, like my mum, because she had them all the time, whether she had a cold or not, because they were like sweets that kind of reached your brain. You remember years and years ago when I was a child, there were these things called Victory V's, and I made the mistake of trying one once. It blew my stack off. Seriously. Why would anybody have a sweet that was so hot that, you know, it made your brain cry? Well, Fisherman's Friends are a little bit like that, but they've got more of a kind of, I don't know, sort of weird flavour. They were invented to clear the catarrh of fishermen. So, you know. Anyway, my mum loved them. And now they've brought out, well, they did bring out lots of different flavours, but it was the original. So she would often give me a Fisherman's Friend, and for some reason, Paul loved them. And I mean, he was a little boy, but he loved them. So, yeah. I did. That was my mum's thing, Fisherman's Friend. And whenever I would have a sniffle, she'd say, you need to sack a fisherman's friend. And I used to think, I don't know any fishermen. I'm sorry, that's rude. I do apologise. But it's my mind. I can't help it. It's bad. Bad me. So, the movie quote, I don't make things complicated. That's just the way they get up by themselves, was indeed Lethal Weapon. And thanks to Linda Fairbrother, Kim and Jane, who all got that well done. This one should be very easy. No, Colonel Sanders! So I can act again now. I can actually act again. Not saying it's good, but I can do it. No, Colonel Sanders! I like those tonight. No! No, Colonel Sanders! One of my favourite movies. I have quoted the movie before, but obviously not that bit. So, good luck with that one. Well, I didn't do too bad. Tuesday came and went. I didn't do, obviously, a video, but I lost £1. I was so over the moon to have lost that £1 because I must have eaten my body weight in cough sweets. And they're not, you know, they're not without sin on the Slimming World. And I must have eaten a pack of Locket. Oh, I said to Gary, right, get me some yellow Lockets. Now, Lockets, for some reason, work with me. Even if I'm kind of really like this, you know, they silence me. For some reason, whatever's in it, honey and lemon flavour, silences me. No other sweet, cough or otherwise, does that. Not even Fisherman's Friends. So I said to him, bring me home some yellow Lockets. I can't find those, but I brought you these cherry ones and this green packet. Oh my word. Torture or what? They're disgusting. So I tried them and he brought me some soothers, which are just glorified sweets at the end of the day. There's not really anything in them that's going to help me. But the blackcurrant ones, at least, were pleasant enough. So I ate those. So I had some Lockets, funny, weird flavours, cherry or whatever. And I had the blackcurrant soother. So I've been, you know, chomping my way through those things. And every time I said to him, get yellow Lockets, he'd come back with something else. No one's got them. So it's the only thing that works for me. I don't know why it should, because it's not really a medicine. But I do swear by those. Anyway, didn't get them, but I sucked my way through packet after packet after packet. So I was kind of really didn't expect the loss of any, you know, anything. I just expected a gain. So I was kind of happy with that. I expect the next one won't be so favourable because yesterday Gary and I went out and on the off chance I've been trying to find a certain Christmas present for a certain oldest child of mine. And finally yesterday I managed to get the present. And I can't believe it, really. I actually managed to get it. So that's brilliant news. I can't say what it is, obviously. But yeah, we went shopping. And there was this German kebab house that's opened up in Maidstone. So I can't remember what it's called. But German kebab, like it's a fusion, obviously, of Germany's take on kebab shops, like doner kebabs. And they have some very odd sounding food. And Gary's brother, for many years, was married to a German lady. And, well, they're still married, but they're not together. And so they did go a lot of the time. They went to Germany to see family. And while they were there, they used to go to these German kebab shops because, you know, like our version of what we have over here in an English kind of an English palate kebab shop may be completely different to what's actually in Turkey. It's like our Chinese is what they believe our palate wants to eat, but maybe not what they eat in China, you know. Same sort of thing with Indian food. And I think that's the case. We get like a flavour of it, but it's not not necessarily what the natives of that country eat. So that's my theory on it. But so Martin said, oh, it's really, really nice. He went in there when they opened. And so while we were shopping, we were at a loss as to what to have. Because, you know, their Nando's in Maidstone is awful. I mean, every other Nando's I've been in is nice. But you can get a nice, really nice Nando's in Maidstone, but usually they're not. So didn't really want to go in there. And there's a restaurant that we went to once called Fifi's. It's very romantic. So we were going to have a little go in Fifi's. And when we're walking down the street, we noticed this German kebab shop. So, oh, let's try that then. So they're not overly expensive either. I mean, for two of us, it was £28. Gary had a large starter as well as his food, and I had a starter which was like a pizza, but not made on a wrap. But didn't taste like pizza, but it's kind of along those lines. And it had a weird name, like a Lanahanahan or something, and I had that. And then I had a Donna Kestia, which I know is nothing whatsoever to do with Germany or Turkey. But it was gorgeous. So yeah, I had that. And cheesy fries. So yes, went completely off the rails yesterday. But, you know, I figured I'd been through so much with this awful cold that, you know, we deserved a bit of a treat and a bit of a cheat day. It was also weigh day, so it's the beginning of the week. We've got a whole week to put it round, but I don't think we will put it round, to be honest with you. I think we've got so much coming up as well with Christmas dues and people treating us to meals, etc., that because we got engaged, that I don't think it's going to be that easy to be on track. And then we've got Christmas, so, you know, it's a lifestyle rather than a diet, and you have to kind of let life take over sometimes. So I do feel that it probably will. So I'm not going to be too fussed, really. I'm not going to go mad and go off it completely, but if over this period I don't as well as I used to, or, you know, I'm not going to beat myself up. But having said that, I've eaten really well over this last week. I have my oats in the morning. I've been putting flaxseed in it, and I've I don't know. I think you can bury it in some places, but it kind of did something odd to my oats. And I could eat it, but I thought I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to, so I stopped putting it in. And I thought, well, maybe I won't put it in every day, or I'll find another way to hide some flaxseed in my diet, because it's good for you. Very. So, anyway, I've stopped doing that. And what else have I been having? Oh, we had some really nice vegetable dinners, you know, so chicken and veg, and we had a really, really nice steak and lamb kind of little fillet. So, yeah, we've eaten well. Gary has looked after me, and I have to say he's done most of the cooking. Then he got ill, and I thought, oh no, now we're both going to be like limp lettuces just sitting on the sofa going, but no, he was energetic. He wanted to like spring clean the house. I'm going, go away. And he's like, we need to tidy this up. When we don't need to do anything. It's like, you know, all this stuff we've got to make, like, we haven't. We're just going to leave it, Gary, because we're not well. Sit down. And I've had the hardest job keeping him from wanting to take on. I mean, most people, when they get ill, they just want to like flake and, you know, no, not Gary. He goes into hyperdrive. What? Where does that come from? Who behaves like that? Nobody. Well, I'm glad I found out this now. I'm only joking. But that's bizarre. Bizarre behaviour. I don't understand it. You know, when most of us just want to sit and die. Not Gary. Oh, I could go cut the grass. I could... sit down, play a game, shut your face. You know. Come on already. So I've done... I'm sure I've done. I did, didn't I? Yes, I did. Yeah. So as you can see, still ill, still full of bunged upness. There's a word. And on the way to mending, but not quite there yet. Anyway, hope you like my little... I got it in Poundland. Nice little buy that was. Gemma told me about them ages ago, but I think they had black and white ones then. Now they've got gold and silver and black. But obviously you might not see the black, so I've got gold. Anyway, I'm going to get off and I'm going to upload this, which I haven't done for ages. It's going to be like, wow. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll see when new videos pop up. And also, over there on Rocksteady, which would be brilliant if you could subscribe as well to Rocksteady and Crochet Rocks and come learn. Yay. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Bye for now.